If you're interested in some exterior accessories for your old classic truck, it's going to substantially change the overall appearance of it without breaking the bank, stay tuned, because I have 3 of my top suggested exterior accessories that you can get for around $100 coming up. Roll the intro. Alright, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to everybody that's been here before. If you are new, you just saw the intro. That's a little sneak peek into kind of what you can expect to see here on this channel. I primarily feature my 1983 C10, which we're going to be talking about today, and I also have a Camaro SS. But if you like what you saw, feel free to hit that subscribe button. What we're going to talk about today is my top 3 suggested exterior accessories for a classic truck that give you bang for the buck. I guess that is, give you a substantial change in the appearance of the truck without having to spend too much money. Now, I've had my C10 for about 12 years, and I've gone through lots of parts and changes, but mostly I focused largely more on the performance aspects of it, so I tried to save money when it came to appearance type accessories. Now, as you'll see, my old truck, you know, it isn't pretty, it needs a paint job, but I have done a number of upgrades to it. It did make it look substantially better than it did from the factory. Give it a custom look without breaking the bank. So here are 3 accessories that you can get for around $100 or less. Now, before I talk about this, if you're a returning viewer, you may already know this. I announced it in my last video, but I have recently launched a little website that I've supplied links to a lot of the parts and accessories that I have for my old truck, or that I have had in the past. And you can find all the parts that I'm about to talk about on that website, and that is at truckbrief.com. So I'll put it here on the screen. It's truckbrief.com. So you can find all the parts I'm about to talk about, plus a lot more. It just makes it easier to put all of them in one place rather than trying to post links individually in the description below. So check that out. And I also have my merch line on there. If you're a returning viewer, you've already seen my Idol Worship merch line, but I just launched a new merch line. It's kind of a funny pun and some square body Chevy humor. I'll put it here on the screen. T-shirts and various other products with says she only loves me for my square body. I thought it was funny. A link to those products on Teespring is at the Truck Brief website. So check that out. Let's get on with this video. Alright, so these are in no particular order. But first, I guess we can start with the back end, and this one is actually the least expensive, and this is tail lights. Now, I know that's obvious, but you may not have known you can get a set of tail lights for these old trucks and other models as well. They look really good and for a really good price. And the ones I have are just OEM replacements. That is, they're just like the ones that come on it out of the factory. They're just much cleaner and newer looking than obviously the ones that were on it. And if you want that, you know, that stock look, these are a great choice because they do look clean. They're high quality, but they are, you know, the same as they were when the truck came out. And again, you can see a link to these, the ones that I have, at truckbrief.com. But if you're looking for a more custom look, you can easily paint these black. And that's what I've done, is the ones I have are blacked out. Well, I did that myself, and I actually made a video of how to do that. I'll link it up in the card in case you want to paint your own taillights. But if you want that clean blacked out look, I just recommend getting these OEM replacement tail lights, and then getting some either tint film or spray paint that's designed for that. I personally like the spray paint better because it's permanent, but the tail lights that I have along with the paint that I use are again at thetruckbrief.com. You can just click on exterior accessories and you'll find it right there. Now if you do want something that looks a little more custom, but you don't want the blacked out look, or you just don't want to paint them yourself, you can also get some more custom looking tail lights, and you can get them in either the chrome look or the black insert, and I'll put those on the screen here. So that's an option as well. They're a little more expensive, but not too much. And again, you can find those linked at truckbrief.com. But do keep in mind that these are not actually the entire light system. They only replace the cap and the housing. You still reuse your old bulbs and wiring. This is just a more inexpensive way to get that look you want, assuming that the rest of the tail light system on your truck is fully functional. While we're talking about the tail lights, let's go ahead and talk about the second accessory that I recommend that's also in the back part of the truck, and that is a roll pan. It replaces your rear bumper. So when you take your rear bumper off, there's an empty space underneath the tailgate where the bumper used to sit. And I ran my truck without the bumper for a long time. I took the bumper off to save weight, but I decided I would like for it to look a little cleaner and smooth, and a roll pan is a great way to achieve that. They are significantly lighter than a bumper. But with this particular roll pan that I used, I did have to do some minor modifications to make it fit perfectly, but I have a full video on that, so if you do decide to go with this roll pan, check out the video in the card, again right up here. It'll show you the minor modifications that my dad and I needed to do to make it fit, properly. But in my opinion, it is a fairly high quality for its price. I haven't painted mine. I need to paint it. You don't have to paint it, but it will kind of start looking bad, especially if it's left out in the sun. But again, if you want to check that out, it's linked at truckbrief.com. Just click on the exterior accessories tab and you'll find it right there. And I did forget to mention, I keep saying that they're linked on the website. My website is just a place to list all these different accessories and kind of give a little bit of my review on them. But when you click on the links, it actually takes you to a place where you can buy them. Most of the links go to Amazon, and all the parts that I've got on there, I either do own them or I've had something similar to them, and I've done a lot of research to ensure that they are, good parts. Sorry, this is a couple of days later. I've got to reshoot this. I didn't like the old footage. You notice I changed shirts, and maybe even grew a little beard. Anyway, now let's move to the third accessory on the list. So now that you got the back end looking good, got to get that front end looking up to par with it. And what better way to do that with a big shiny chrome grill. Alright, so obviously I'm talking about a different type of grill. A grill is a great way to make your front end look really good, and surprisingly they're not that expensive, old classic trucks. The one I've got, and you can get various other grills that look similar to the one I have for around $100. So you can see the one I have is the billet horizontal style grill that covers the entire front end, including the headlights. Now I like this look. I like things that look smooth, and I don't like a lot of trim. But a lot of people don't like that style and prefer the headlights to be separated from the grill and to have the frames around them kind of like it was from the factory. And that's okay. If you like that, but you still like the horizontal look of that style grill, they make one that doesn't cover the entire head front end, but just stops where the headlight frames are. Now I have links to the one I have, as well as the one that I just described on my website. Again, obviously, truckbrief.com, and you can get both of those styles in the finish, like on mine, the chrome finish, or you can get it in black. And if you don't have the same body style truck as mine, the 81 through 87 C10, I've also got some similar grills linked on that site for 2 of the previous body styles as well. So make sure you check that out. And so now you've got your tail lights, your roll pan, and your grill. So you've got the front end and the back looking pretty good without breaking the bank. But if you found any of this helpful, check out the video I'm going to link here on the screen, where I have my top picks for interior accessory for a classic truck. And if you want to see more informational, product-based, or review-type videos centered on this topic, and primarily my truck, check out the playlist that I'll link over here on the screen. There's lots of related videos that I've already produced that you might find interesting as well. As always, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.